In this episode, we explored lesser-known areas on the mid-north coast, starting in Willingat State Forest, where we immediately found ourselves in black soil country, surrounded by endless bog holes and tight tracks. We headed down to a river which twisted through the landscape, revealing clearings, dense bushland and untouched scenery around every single bend. After that, we spotted a lookout on Newtracs and decided to head up and check it out. We were completely blown away by the view of the river meeting the ocean. A short drive along the bitumen, we reached our next destination, cutting through Bulahdelah State Forest along a power line trail. Once again, we found ourselves surrounded by wetlands and muddy terrain before eventually finding the perfect campsite right beside the river. Day 2 started bright and early as we ventured into Wallaroo State Forest, hunting more tracks and hidden locations. This area had a bit of everything: mud, deep ruts, rocky climbs, and plenty of challenging tracks. After a day of exploring, we climbed our way up onto a ridge where we found a radio tower with incredible 360-degree views stretching towards Stockton, Dungog and Nelson's Bay. This is the mid-north coast areas less explored.
Welcome back to another Aussie Horizons adventure. This weekend we're in the Willingat State Forest. To be honest, haven't heard of this place before. We just found it on Newtracs, had a bit of a roam around, so we're just going to explore the area and the surrounding areas. So excited for this weekend. Hope you can join us. Let's get into it.
I don't even know why. My girlfriend, she's at the end, she is starting to cry. Let me go on, like I blister in the sun. Let me go on, big hands, I know you're the one.
We've been driving around for a little while now and we've come across a couple of locked gates. We're just going to be driving on this blue line heading towards the river to check that out. If we do come across a few more locked gates, we're just going to leave this area and make our way to Kura, but we'll see how we go. So we've just turned off Rocky Gap Trail, which was the blue line, and we are on the Piper's Trail now, which is a black line. There is a caution up ahead on Newtracs, so we're just going to have to see what that's about. But hopefully we can push forward. So this is not the caution that popped up on Newtracs, but there is a couple of bog holes here. We do have 2 options to go through, but we are going to do the trusty old stick test because this is black soil and you could get very stuck in here. But let's see how we... Oh, broke the stick. Broke the whole stick. Let's get a better stick. This looks a bit stronger. That does feel... Oh, it feels pretty solid. The stick's not going down and it's not too deep. I think we should be okay. It is a bit softer in the middle there. Oh, and it is a lot deeper there. So we have chosen to go on the left side of the 2. It is a little bit deeper, but the ground felt a lot firmer, so let's see how we go here. And we're through. Easy peasy for the highlights. Now see. So that second little bog hole there was the caution. To be honest, that first section was probably a bit more sketchy than that, so all's good. So it doesn't look like this trail gets much use. It is fairly overgrown and there's trees down everywhere, but we're about the end of it, so hopefully we pop out and there's a nice river waiting for us. So we've just pulled up at the Wallingat River, and as you can see behind me, it is absolutely beautiful. We're just going to stop here for a little bit, have a look around and see what there is. But for you guys, we'll send the drone up and have a better look.
Tumbling down in the city that we love. Great clouds all over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes...
How nice is this place? You've got about 13 camp spots. They are paid camp spots. It's about $6 if you want to book online. If you're into canoeing or kayaking, definitely bring it out here and yeah, have some fun. Look at this place. And how cool was that spot? We're on the main road now. We're making our way to a lookout. We're going to check out that area and possibly make our way to Kuma and check out that spot there. So let's keep going. We were going to check out this ungraded track, but unfortunately there is a big gate there, so we'll just keep pushing forward. So in terms of actual four-wheel drive tracks, there's not a whole lot out here. A lot of the tracks that we wanted to go on have been gated, and what we've been driving on is all just graded road. But we're going to be making our way to this lookout, have a look around there and probably head out of here.
Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down, last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, and Green Sally down.
And how beautiful is this place? This is the Wallaroo lookout. You can definitely see the contrast on the drone shots between land and sea. You've got the river behind me leading straight into the ocean. We've just been here for about 10-15 minutes, just taking it all in. Gonna jump back into the car and head on to the next spot. Let's get to it. Woulda, shoulda, coulda come here earlier. This is all that this place has to offer. We're gonna head off to the Bulahdelah State Forest and look for camp over there. So there is an easier way to get to that lookout than what we've been through today. Just take the freshwater trail from Kuma Road and leads you right up to it. We're just going to be taking this to exit. we've just made it to the Bulahdelah State Forest, however you pronounce it. We've just entered onto the black line, making our way to our campsite now. Quite a lot of bog holes on this track. It's nice and wet, but we're almost there, reaching our campsite. And we have made it to camp. We have just finished setting up, and perfect timing too, because the sun is going down. We're just going to walk over to the edge of the water, check out this sunset, and then we'll get working onto a fire, start cooking dinner, and enjoy the night from here. My oh my, this is way too good not to share. We're going to send the drone up, give you guys a better look at what I'm looking at, because here's a sneak peek. It is absolutely stunning. Have a suss at this.
We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or if I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?
And it is dinner time. We're going to be doing a lazy stew tonight. So everything that you've got in your pantry, chuck it into a pot and you're all good to go.
Before we get started, have a look at the size of these cloves. You know you're in for a good meal when you say that. So what we want to do is just leave everything in big chunks, and we'll come over to the garlic. Because they're so big, we're going to cut them in half. And last but not least, you got the onion. Now that pan's raw and hot, we're going to throw in the beef to give it a little bit of a sear prior to the rest. Now that's all browned off, I'm just going to add in the onion, that garlic as well. You'll be thinking, why is it called lazy stew? It's because everything's pretty much pre-cooked. Rather than waiting 3 to 4 hours for all of this to simmer and become one meal, it's done in about half an hour. So while that's browned off, we'll just add in the stock, and then this is just going to simmer for about half an hour, and then everything will be nice and ready. The next thing we add is one of these chunky cans in. Doesn't look too good, but by the time it's done, it's going to look amazing. So I'm no Jamie Oliver, but I did forget the mushrooms, so there's no order. Literally, you cannot stuff one of these up, so just throw in like half a packet of there, and then push them in, mix it all around, and then you just chuck a lid on and let that sit.
Alright, so I'm a bit impatient, so I've snuck off. Let's have a little bit of a sneak peek of what's going on here. Wow, look at that. Bubbling away. Alright. We'll close that back up and come back in about 10-15 minutes.
Boom! Alright, it's been half an hour now. I've had a slow simmer on. It should be ready. We're going to chuck some rice on this pan here. We won't bore you heating up some rice, but that's the feed done. I said I was not Jamie Oliver before, but check that rice toss. So everything's done. We got the stew there. If you're Macedonian, it's manja. We've got the rice and with the bowls. What we're gonna do is just put some rice in the bowls and then stack that on top. Like I said before, you can't stuff this up if you're gonna cook this. You just chuck everything in one pot and it's done. All right, let's get ready to eat. And there we have it, bowl's full. Garlic granite as a garnish. And then we'll go enjoy this around the fire. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning. It is now the next day. We're just cooking up a storm over here on the fire. We'll pack up and get out of here for day 2. Alright, we've made it to our next spot, Wallaroo State Forest. We've spotted a lookout on Newtracs, so we're going to try and make our way there and explore this area. We're just on this little blue line at the moment. What started off as a muddy track turned into bog holes and then washouts, rocks. And yeah, it's actually pretty cool, and I think we are coming up towards a little obstacle now as well, so I'll get out, show you guys what we're about to drive, and let's send it up. Doesn't look too bad. I think we're just gonna straddle this section here and we'll make our way up. We've already picked the line and we'll send the Hilux up. Let's go. Just entering the track now. I'll hang left. Just see if I might drop in here. And easy does it. So it never really looks like much on camera, but that was a bit of fun. We're just going to continue on now and head towards this pin that we've marked out on Newtracs. Could be a lookout, could be not, but we're keen to find out and explore the area on the way.
Start turning down, slow as, you're gonna slip. Alright, you're out of it.
So that was a lot more difficult than it needed to be, but made it down, made it through, turned the corner, and we found this. So we're just gonna test out the depth, do the old stick test, whether we go left or right. It looks like it's a long trip through the mud. We'll see how we go. So we've done the trusty old stick test and measured the depth of the mud. It does come above my wheels, so not really keen to go through either of those. We are out here solo. We don't have the 80 series as like a backup for the recovery, and I really want to get my car home. If you follow us on our socials, you'll see I literally just replaced my alternator before coming here because of all the mud. Not keen on doing that again. And all around us is paperbark trees, so you just know all the ground is soft around here. So if you do see these, be aware. It's very wet and muddy around here. Shortcuts are good when they are actual shortcuts. We ended up turning around. We're still on a black line now. See where this takes us. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go the long way around. Well, these tracks are a bit of fun. It's like you're on train tracks. Just put your wheels into the ruts and up you go. We're back on the main road now. The pin that we marked on Newtracs looks like it's a radio tower. So we're gonna drive up to it and suss out that area. And yeah, let's go.
Tell you to run all the way. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up with golden hand. Tell you to run all the way. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold.
That brings us to the end of the episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, leave a comment below and subscribe to our channel if you can. See you in the next one. Peace.